guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be excusing the girls outside. Anyways, today I'm going to be doing the part 2 of the college / PBA Q&A. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start with you guys just so that I can get this done a little bit faster. Okay, but yeah, I was excited to be doing this part 2 to the Q&A just because I know that the other one, or I hope that it helped you guys a lot. So I was thinking, questions never end, so you might as well just do another Q&A. Cannot speak. Okay. And we're actually a month away from moving, which I am very excited for. As long as this whole thing blows over and we can finally go back, I'm gonna be just fine. So the first question that I have is, what's the thing you don't like most about PBA? I would say the one thing I don't like most about PBA would be, I don't know, I guess for me personally, it would be the fact that I'm from Texas, so we're really used to football and Friday night lights. We don't have that in Florida, and I used to be a cheerleader and we don't have a cheer team. So because we are a very small university, we don't have a lot of things that bigger universities would have. It's just something that I see my friends posting all the time and I don't see that. But I feel like that would be, for me personally, the one thing that I don't like most about PBA. I would say the second thing that I don't like is how it is a Christian-based university, and so several people have this perspective of us, of what we are, like the students that go to this school, which is nothing, like I feel like it definitely varies. We're different people, all different, and I feel like those stereotypes that they have of us are not true, and that's just, and sometimes it leads to people thinking or judging you for that sole thing, which is, I feel like it's incorrect, and I feel like it goes back to the basis. You shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but to each their own. I feel like that's just the one thing that I kind of dislike. I wouldn't say like there's something like that I just don't like. It just depends, and definitely depends on what aspect we're talking about. The next question is, what are the best places to go while at PBA? So if you mean to say like where to go near campus or on campus, I do like going. I'm a big coffee person, so I do like going to get my coffee. I definitely go to Johan's, which is like across the street from PBA, but I would say my favorite place to go is Harold's Coffee. If you do go to Harold's Coffee, please let me know. I would love to go with you too. I just love Harold's Coffee. The second place that I really like to go to is over the bridge. Anywhere on the island is just, oh my gosh, it's so breathtaking to me. I love going on the island when I need to like get my head clear and think about, calm down or relax. But when I need to like some headspace, when I need to clear my head, I definitely go over on the island, and that's like genuinely my favorite place to be or to go to. The next place that I really like going to is Grandview. If you ever get to go to Grandview Market, you should definitely try it out. There's several places to go eat, several cute like artsy dessert places, so that's a really good place to go to. So I love doing that. I loved going to soccer games. I don't know if this answered your question. Canela. I like going to Canela and Ivy. Just gonna keep it at that. Did you like Welcome Week? Welcome Week is a lot, and I feel like it's a lot for everybody. Everybody has, whether they're an extrovert or an introvert, so that plays a big factor in whether you like Welcome Week or not. I personally just thought it was very overwhelming. Definitely recommend the experience, but I felt like for me it was definitely overwhelming. But everybody has their own experiences, and hopefully yours experience would be a lot better. Just know that it's a lot. How many credits should you take? So for me, the recommended is I take 15 credits per semester. That way I'm able to be done in 4 years. I feel like 15, but I think 12 is for you to be considered a full-time student, at least in my university. But I definitely suggest that you take in between 13 to 15 credits a semester. Definitely don't overwhelm yourself. If you can do 18 credits, good for you, like that's really good. But I definitely would say don't overwhelm yourself with the credits. It's, at your own pace. Whatever you can take is what you should take. And if it feels like too much, just don't add that to your plate. It's just, honestly, it's up to personal preference and what you're able to maintain on your schedule and what you're able to work with or not. But for me personally, I would say in between a good 13 to 15 credits is a good sustainable credit amount if you're trying to do the minimum, I guess 12 for being a full-time student. But it really just depends on your personal major choice and stuff like that, and what you want to get done and how early you want to get it done. The next question is, how's campus life? I absolutely love campus life, and I like truly love it. I don't see myself, like I really appreciate that I was out of state and was kind of forced to live on campus for the first year, because I feel like if I would have gone in state, I don't know how that would have worked. But I definitely loved staying on campus, and I love it. You get to bond with so many people. You're always on campus, so everything's around you. Never have a difficulty, you know, getting around. So I definitely love campus life. I would recommend it for you if you're thinking like, should I live on campus, should I not? I feel like it's a good, you know, you should try it out. You know, you never know. This question is something that sucks about being a freshman. I feel like one of the things that sucks about being a freshman would be that you have to have gen eds. Gen eds can be so boring sometimes, and I feel like when you graduate, you're just so ready to get into whatever career you're trying to go for, whatever your major is, but you have to do those gen eds. Everybody has to do those gen eds, so you know, you're stuck in this part where you're taking everything forcefully. So I think that's the worst part, having to take gen eds and not having really much availability of what classes you could take for your major, associated with your major. So I think that's what sucks most about being a freshman. Advice to first year college students. I would say my best advice to give you is to really just maintain a balance in your life. Maintain a balance with your social life and your work life. I think that it's important to know that you can't fully do two, like you can't just commit to one. There has to be a balance. Whether you commit to your social life too much, then you're gonna lack on your academic life, and that's not good. But if you also just concentrate on your academic life, I feel like that's a lot of pressure on you, and it won't let you breathe, and you need those little escapes for your social life to kind of, you know, regroup and come back and do your best work. However, again, I don't know how everybody else works, but I feel like that would be my best advice that I could give you. Really maintain a balance. Can you please do my homework for me? Jarius, we're not doing your homework for you. Do it on your own. Thanks. How are the professors at PBA? So from the experiences that I've had some great professors, and I've had some okay professors. Okay professors because I just don't accommodate to their teaching style. But do check out Rate My Professor. There are a lot of professors on there who have reviews, and I feel like you should definitely do that before you get into the class. I had really good professors for the most part. I've had so many, like I just genuinely, you know, appreciate the professors, and they do a really good job of communicating with you if you communicate with them, which is really good, and they're really open to helping you out. But I do feel like sometimes there was a couple of professors where I just did not accommodate to their teaching styles because I did not learn at the pace that they were teaching, and that's on me. That's not on them, I wouldn't say, because all of us have different ways of learning, and they have different ways of teaching, and if that just doesn't accommodate to you, then maybe you should check with other professors, and check other professors out and see, you know, which one goes best for you. So you do have a time period where you can select to choose another class, or, you know, drop a class and add another class. But definitely look at Rate My Professor. I know we're college students, and it sucks that we go on Rate My Professor to, you know, scope out teachers, but I mean, it's a resource you have out there, so definitely use it. Should I get a longboard? If you're going to PPA, you should definitely consider getting a longboard. I went to PPA without a longboard, and longboards are religiously used at PPA. Like, it's, once you get a longboard, you've officially become a PPA student. I can guarantee you. It's like, it's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like, once you get it just completes the package. I got a longboard, and I freaking love being on my longboard, and I'm just so upset that it's like stuck over there right now because of this whole thing going on. So I have literally not been longboarding like, what, 7 months probably at this point. What month are we in? I don't even remember. But yeah, I used to go longboarding every night with Kate, which is my roommate now. Yeah, longboard is really fun. It's really fun to longboard at night on the intercoastal, going down to the island with your friends and stuff like that, or even longboarding to school, to class. I would never do that because I just am not good at longboarding, so I probably would crash into everybody. The next question is what you should know about social life at PBA before going. I mean, we're a really small school, so I feel like most of the time you know a lot of people at school, and everybody is just, I feel like, out there, and everybody talks to everybody. At least that's what I feel like. I mean, at least for me. It's a lot of fun, to be honest, and you can have several friends. I never imagined having this many friends at PBA, but I do, and it's honestly a lot of fun. So I feel like that's the main thing you need to know about social life at PBA. Not really sure if that answered your question. The next question is, would you recommend living on campus? Yes, I would. I would definitely recommend living on campus. It gives you this whole new experience. I would say that for out-of-state students, you should definitely wait your second year to maybe opt out of living off of campus. But living on campus shows you a lot. It shows you how to work independently as a person and how to maintain your space and be considerate. I think I've mentioned this in the past video, but it's also good because when things, if you want to hang out with friends, they all are on campus, so it's a lot better, as well as if you have classes there, in different, I don't know how, I don't really, you're if you live on campus and if you have 8 a.m.s, they're right there. The classes are right there. You only have to probably get up a little bit, 10 minutes at minimum earlier. So, is PBA strict? I feel like for the most part they don't do anything that they didn't tell you beforehand of going to PBA. I would say that obviously we're a lot stricter than a public university, public non-Christian college. So yes, I would feel like maybe in that aspect, yes, it's a little bit stricter. I wouldn't say it's completely strict and we can't breathe, but yeah, I mean, there's values, there's school values. You have to understand we are a Christian institution, so I feel like it has to have a certain amount of strictness to it, but I don't think it's anything out of the ordinary. I mean, I don't really know how to answer that else besides that. If you have any further questions, feel free to message me.
Oh guys, wow, don't mind my face, but I just felt like I needed to come out here because I feel like I was a little bit too nice or too beat around the bush around this question. Okay, so when you're looking for information for the school, make sure that you pay attention because the school literally tells you verbatim what their, principles are and what they uphold is important and their discipline rules. So if you already feel like when they tell you that information it is already too strict or that they are too strict, I don't think that you should feel like when you get if you were to still go to campus that it's going to be any other way or they're going to be lenient or that they were lying. They're not lying. They're telling you verbatim what they uphold, the principles, what it's about, what campus is like. So I don't think that you should take that as a grain of salt and be like, nah, yeah, it's probably not like that. They're not lying to you. They're telling you the truth. And I feel like that kind of bothers me sometimes because I feel like some people do go onto campus and take everything that was told to them and just are yeah, that out the window, and then they pour out this negativity when their expectations of school aren't the way they seem, but in reality that's what they were told. That's really what they told you, and I feel like they just pour out all the negativity, and honestly that kind of does affect other people because I'm out of state and I don't necessarily want to have a bad experience at college. So you're pouring out negativity, that does affect people. I want to make the best out of it, and if I'm sorry if others don't want to make the best out of it, that's on you. That's not on me though. However, there are also people who do come to campus with no knowledge of school or what PBA is. I suggest that you really look into PBA. Really make sure that it's something that you're up for, that it's something that you want to try out. It's definitely okay for a PBA not to be your place, but don't pour out negativity because realize that there's several students on there that are pouring out salt and tears to get through it, and you pouring out negativity about school is not necessarily helping them out in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, that's all I have to say. You can stop seeing my other face because yes, but enjoy the rest of the video.
And how to make friends. You have to be very patient to make friends and be open. You have to understand everybody's new as a freshman coming in, and you have to be very open, be patient to make friends. I was definitely not patient at first. I was like, I want to make friends now because I'm a very social person, and back at home I went to the same school from 3rd grade all the way up to senior year, so I kind of knew everybody and I was used to knowing everybody. So when I got to college, I wanted to make friends like on the dot, and that's not how it goes. You have to be patient, you have to get out of your comfort zone, speak to people you probably never thought that you'd talk to, and be open about it. So the main key, be patient. The next question is how to find what you should major in. I feel like for me it was very difficult. I did not know what I wanted to do up until senior year. I feel like you should take in consideration a lot of the things that you're into, the type of things that call your attention, and then look up things that associate with that as majors and really investigate about them and see what it's about and see what you like, and then go on from there. But if you don't feel like you know what your major should be in college, go and decide it. It's totally okay. Or if you change your major in the middle of freshman and sophomore year, it's totally okay, because those are gen ed years. So I feel like that's not really a problem. I feel like it becomes a problem once you're a junior or a senior, maybe even up to like the end of your sophomore year, because again, you get more into your core classes and they're not gen eds. But you know, I would definitely say investigate on your hobbies. It's totally okay, because you don't want to get a job that you don't like doing. What you do should be something that you love doing, not just for the money. The next question is, what is PBA known for? I think this is a question that varies depending on what specifically we're talking about. If we're talking about sports, we're really good at soccer. If we're talking about school in general, I feel like we're known for being small, and I don't really know how to answer this one. You know, I don't know is my actual answer. Is college hard? College is difficult. College is challenging, but I feel like it should be hard. If something is easy, I don't think it's benefiting you in any certain type of way. It's not teaching you something. Realize that it's okay to fail. It's okay to make mistakes, and good things don't come easy. That's a serious actual thing. If it comes easy to you, I don't think it's worth it.
And by when I'm saying if it comes easy, I'm talking about if it's basically like a piece of cake. I don't think you're really learning. If you get it easy because you just understand things and concepts really fast, that's a different thing. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when people say you get what you pay for. So if you're not putting in your work and hard effort to learn stuff because it's challenging you, it's not gonna be worth it. I explained this, but what I meant, the whole thing that I was trying to say is that I didn't mean if it comes fast to you, if you grasp onto things fast, it's not worth it. That's not what I meant. We learn at different paces. Do not take that out of concept.
I think that the difficulty that you go through in college is worth it in the end. Something we say in Spanish is la recompensa es mucho más grande. It's the outcome is going to be much more sweeter because of all that hard work you put in. So yes, it is hard, but I think that it's manageable, and you will be doing fine as long as you put hard work and effort into it. And otherwise, yeah, it's hard, and if you don't try, it's not gonna go good. But if you put in a lot of effort, it'll be hard, but you'll be able to do it, and whatever, finally graduating will be so much sweeter and so much you will feel so accomplished. So yes, it is hard. Don't let anybody fool you. College is hard, and I don't think people stress that enough. They don't really fully prepare you. It is hard, but your work has to be 10 times harder. So those are all the questions that I have for today. There wasn't as many as the first time, but that's totally okay. And like I said, if you ever have any more questions, feel free to DM me, message me, comment down below. I love answering questions. I feel like there's been a couple people who have DM'd me on Instagram, and I literally talk to them for hours because I'm just so adamant about answering your questions and really telling you what I know, because I love talking about it. I really do love talking about it. I actually have this weird obsession with college, and I'm so excited to go back. So I love talking about it, love talking to people about what I'm studying and stuff like that. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me. I'm literally not doing anything in this meantime, so I should be able to answer. Right. Yeah, but I have had a couple people DM me on Instagram, and it's been great, like chatting with them and telling them what I know, giving them my resources and stuff like that for like anything that I know. So yes, don't be afraid to ask your question. Yes, I will continue to update you guys, especially when I move in August. I will do a video about that as well. Yeah, we'll continue doing some vlogs and some videos during the summer, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.